Into the NBA. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. George is out there with Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward. And for the Knicks, Towns is out there with Robinson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. And here's George. The tray. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got his team on the board to start the game for Philadelphia. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. The challenge is slowing down Joel Embiid. Asked Coach what the game plan was. He said with Embiid, you know he's going to get to the line. You know he's going to get his. Our goal is to keep him away from the basket. If we get him settling for jumpers, that's a win for us. We'll see if they can force him to become a shooter in this one. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, Maxey. After the missed three from Joel Embiid. And there's Paul George on the assist by Maxey. George has got 6.
Paul George's shooting form is just so pretty. This guy's ability to make shots so easy.
To the middle. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
And here are the Knicks now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Shot clock at 6. Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Knicks by 8.
Anunoby against George. Pass to Yabusele. No good with the triple.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
If you overplay Mikal Bridges to take the jump shot, that's creating driving lanes, and he'll take advantage.
George against Anunoby. George with the ball. From past the arc. No good from Yabusele. Oubre against Hart. Here's Robinson. Towns trying to get open. Hart against Oubre. Anunoby is screen on Oubre. Hart. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
Now here's Embiid. Nothing on the board. Nailed from three-point land.
3 points.
And really, Embiid is a threat to score from anywhere. The defense has got to honor him.
For 3, Bridges. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. The 76ers have gone 50% from the field at this point, 4 of 8. Right on the bucket.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Hart against Maxey. Outside for Robinson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, Mitchell Robinson plays such a critical role for them on the interior. If he can consistently make these shots, what a weapon he is.
Now, here is George. Embiid wide open from outside off the mark. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Unselfish selfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Embiid, the pass to George. Embiid sets the pick for George. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here's Bridges. He has 5. A three-pointer, no good. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Push the action a little bit. Paul George right now challenging defenders to stop him.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he sinks the second. For 3, Bridges. The shot off that time. Got it off in time. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Philadelphia ahead. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Oubre, Yabusele out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's George in at the 2.
First team foul.
George against Bridges. Anunoby a screen on George. And Hart has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The 76ers leading by 3. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. The kick out to Anunoby. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. So traps in the tray.
Paul George.
Now it's a 7-point Philadelphia lead.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Now here's Bridges. He has 5.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Here's Anunoby. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Here's Philadelphia. A big stretch here going 10-2. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Hart. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
OG Anunoby, because of his athletic ability, can be special in the open floor. Nice finish there.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability. And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Here's Towns. Here's Robinson. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. George looking over the floor. Nice to the hoop from outside the arc. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by George. Embiid's got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia. Bridges against George. Looking to get back on track here. The offensive rebound. Anunoby outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Maxey into the lane. It's rebounded by New York.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Robinson a screen on Oubre. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Anunoby.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand on it.
Embiid sets the pick for George. 24 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Anunoby is screen on Maxey. For 3, Bridges. The shot, no good. That'll do it for the first half. 76ers lead by 7. And now let's catch. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. It's been one outstanding game from George.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Jalen Brunson out there with Wright. And then there's Precious Achiuwa. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Okporti in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now, Brunson. Pass to Achiuwa. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the 76ers. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
And Brunson gets it to go.
Yeah, just masterful use of the pick and roll by Jalen Brunson. Shot ready as soon as he wants to let it fly.
33-25.
Drummond with a screen on Wright. Bobbed up there for Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that than he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Brunson, no good. Philadelphia leading by 10. Pass to Edwards. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Drummond with it. It's deflected. Here's Brunson. There's a screen by Achiuwa. They get it again. 76ers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And Drummond throws it down.
Did the ground move from underneath us? Andre Drummond bringing the power off the finish.
There's the pick. And here's Brunson outside. Good on the triple. Brunson's got 6 here in this quarter.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it easy.
Inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the 76ers lead by 11. Brunson scanning the floor. Jacks up a three. There's Brunson from deep. It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. They set the pick. And here's Brunson outside. Brunson with another miss.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
On deep, Brunson. New York, no good that time either. The 76ers leading by 12. To the paint. Out to Edwards. Off target from three-point range. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. Puts up a deep three. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his fourth rebound in this one. This one for three. It's deflected, out of bounds. New York takes possession. So New York ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
The Knicks shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. 16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here's Bridges. He's guarded closely. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And so it's Philadelphia up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been...
Come on, everyone.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Knicks trail by 12. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And the 76ers with possession. Embiid with the screen on Bridges. Pass to Embiid. Gets an open look and hits. Embiid's got the lead up. To 14 now for the 76ers.
The big fella, Embiid, making it look too easy.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Yabusele, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Philadelphia leading by 14. The three from George. No good on that one. Bridges with some nice defense. Pass to Robinson. They get a hand on it. Paul George with the steal. To the inside. Yabusele. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
We know Paul George, a very capable playmaker, guys. He is brilliant as a passer.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Yabusele. It's rebounded by Towns. Knicks trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Bridges. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Embiid with a screen on Anunoby. Pass to Embiid. Back to George. Embiid with a screen on Anunoby. And it's George missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Robinson.
47-35.
Anunoby against George. Embiid with a screen on Anunoby. Outside, George. Another miss by Philadelphia. New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And Embiid with the block.
So agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Bridges with it. George picks him up. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Hart.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
And George kicks to Embiid. George against Anunoby. 6 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Nice shot by Yabusele.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Embiid sets the pick for George. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Outside for George. There's the three. And no good. Knicks trail by 13.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Philadelphia.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Paul George.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Pass to Embiid. Puts up a three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. Finished off the break.
Anthony Towns.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
50-39.
Anunoby against George. Fires from way outside. Off target. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Thanks so much, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, call me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
Way to finish the... All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Bull out there with Nick Richards. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Dunn in at the 2. And for the Knicks, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital. And second chance points may just decide this game.
KD sets up those crossovers as a big 7-footer. He handles the ball so well, and that's a great decision out of a pick and roll set.
Now here's Bridges. Got it. Good job in the low post.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Now here's Booker. Screen by Durant. And here's Booker. Durant with a screen on Bridges. And he can't bank that one in.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
There's a screen. Pass to Robinson. Back to Bridges. From behind the arc. And he can't get that one.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brad.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Rejected by Bulls, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Booker against Bridges. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. Phoenix shooting their first foul shot of the game. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Screen by Robinson. And he lobs it up top. That shot, no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Drains the triple.
Well, with range extending out well beyond the arc, Durant has zero trouble knocking that one down.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. And the Suns pushing it up now. Durant with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Knicks trail by 7. Here's Bridges. Here he goes. Anunoby passes to Towns. Got a piece of it. Outside Durant. 1:49 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Bull. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Hart. That's short off the rim. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Looking to win the run. And it's Phoenix with a rebound.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
A nice shot by Booker.
Booker getting the space he needed and just sinks it.
And Allie LaForce spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Allie.
And KD's name came up pretty quickly. I asked Coach about strategy for Durant, and he said, I want to get physical with him, make sure he's not getting easy looks at the hoop, and ruffle his feathers. So the orders for the defense are to stay tough with Durant. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Bridges. And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
43 seconds left in the first. Outside Anunoby. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires for 3.
Well, excellent job. KD timing the contest there and using his length to bother the shot.
Pass to Richards. And that one is hammered home.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Done. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Booker fires from way outside. The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Nick Richards out there with Bull. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's done in at the 2 spot. Now Bridges. Up and over Dunn. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hart.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to review the game plan. The Suns lead by 15. Here's Booker. Durant with a screen on Bridges. Pass to Durant. And here's Bull. Back to Durant. From deep three-point land. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, you can add it to the list.
Here's Booker. Towns with a rebound. Knicks trail by 12. Bridges, right side. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It goes on Kevin Durant and Mikal Bridges. Still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Here's the break. Wide open look. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Bridges has got 10.
Bridges finding his spot, and his team finds him with the ball. Good mechanics there, too.
The Suns lead by 7. Booker with it. Lets the three fly. Oh, Booker with the triple.
Dangerous at all times from range. Booker shoots threes at will.
Bridges outside to the inside. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Richards. Durant, the pass to Richards. Back to Durant. Over on Anunoby. Durant with the bucket. And it's a 12-point Suns lead.
They're just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Bridges. He's got 10. Screen by Robinson. Bridges, right side.
Out of the way!
Wow!
Electric. Bridges getting the fans on their feet with that dunk.
Dunn, the pass to Richards. Lets it fly from 18. And it's New York with a rebound. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, we're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see. And your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that.
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. Blocked! Bridges against Booker.
Big time slam from Booker, showing off his athleticism.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Booker against Hart. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Now here's Hart. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Gritty play by a gritty player, Josh Hart. Hard to deny it.
16.
Booker against Bridges. Booker, the pass to Dunn. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Knicks trail by 10. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Now here's Bridges, defended by Dunn. Floats one. Yes, it's good. Bridges has got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, there are not a lot of ways that Bridges is unable to score. This time he shows off the floater.
Booker, good.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Ooh, poked away. Dunn with a steal. It's Booker on the wing. They set the pick. On the take, Booker. The shot, no good. Hart with the defensive effort. Gets it off. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Jalen Brunson is out there with DeLon Wright. Then there's Precious Achiuwa. Then there's P.J. Tucker. And it's Tuck Porty in at the center position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Beal's shot is off. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Brunson, and he drives in. Soft touch off the glass. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Now here's Brunson. Three-pointer. They get it again. Achua passes to Brunson. Ooh, Brunson, the sweet lefty stroke.
Really quick release there from Brunson. Let that one go in a hurry.
Beal with it. Now guarded by Achua. Outside O'Neal. Back to Beal. Here's the three. Here's Iguodaro. And a two-handed jam.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And New York has possession. Coming off a Suns make. Pass to Porty. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
New York shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. Phoenix leading by 7. Beal outside. With the drive. Pass to Iguodaro. It's rebounded by New York. Brunson looks it over. Here's Porty. The kick out to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Here's Porty. And at last, they get one to fall.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
With Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space, Brent.
Incredible footwork, BA, the way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
And here's Brunson from the arc. 1:42 left in the third quarter. It's not going to go for him. Phoenix leading by 9. Oh, it's stolen by Tucker. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance. And it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Ryan, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. There's a screen. Here's Brunson outside. Counted from distance. Brunson's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Brunson making the right call. The pick and roll gets him totally set up.
32.
Allen with a screen on Brunson. Here's Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why have you settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Pure from three-point range.
Brunson just knows how to manufacture points. Right now being assertive.
Now here's O'Neal. Achua defending. Outside O'Neal. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the paint. Here's Porty. Shakes him. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. And now just a three-point Suns lead.
And Brunson operating so comfortably there in the pick and roll.
Brunson against Beal. Here's Iguodaro. Right with the steal. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Phoenix. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court right now for the Suns, Kevin Durant is out there with Bol Bol. Then there's Nick Richards. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Dunn in at the shooting guard. Booker against Bridges. Booker looking around. Pass to Durant. The 3-ball. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Bridges. Outside Hart to take the lead. Cole grabs the board.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Durant with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Hart from long range. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Hart against Booker. Shoots over Hart. Booker, good. And the Suns lead by 5.
And Booker just keeps taking him. He's a scoring machine.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. And it's Bol Bol with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. Now here's Bridges. Defended by Dunn. Clock at 6. Here's Robinson. Good work defensively by Richards.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off. That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Got to learn your lesson.
Free throw is good from Durant. Knicks trail by 8. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Ball stolen. In transition, here come the Suns.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Outside Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Inside. To win the run. New York no good that time either. The Suns lead by 10. Here's Durant. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 7 rebounds in the game. 1:49 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Bridges finds Anunoby. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
1:41 left to play in the 4th quarter.
41.
On the wing, Durant. 4-3. It's hauled in by Robinson.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the middle. Towns passes to Robinson. Hard with it. And stolen by Durant. From the arc. And the 3-pointer is good for Durant.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Suns.
Simply taking better care of the ball may have made all the difference.
Yeah, and then on the defensive end, they kept the pressure on and forced a number of miscues.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Kevin Durant.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Here's Booker. The Knicks making their last shot. Shot clock at 5. Perfection with the jumper from the elbow.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And stolen by Bridges.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Knocks it down from distance. And the Suns lead by 14.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Suns lead 57.
And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Richards.
So it's the Suns winning this one easily. Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. So alongside...
The Phoenix will get the first possession. So the opening lineup for the Suns. We've got Durant, Nick Richards out there with Bol Bol. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's done in at the shooting guard position. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Dunn looking over the floor, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Now, here's Dunn. Outside, KD. Shot clock at 5. Fires it up. Oubre pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
George with the screen on Dunn. And finished off by Oubre.
A powerful finisher. Oubre Jr., you deserve to get dunked on when you let him get inside.
Durant sets a screen for Booker. Pass the Bull. And it's sent back by Drummond. And he's able to get it back. He was all alone on that one.
Players with KD's size generally don't have that quick release, too. Incredible combination for him.
George against Dunn. Embiid sets the pick for George. Here's Bona. Oubre outside. In the corner, Drummond with it. Into the lane. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
That is big boy, grown man strength right there by Drummond. Excels at brushing off the contact and then converting through tough defense.
You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize. And Durant doesn't need to get up too high to throw it down. I think he could be dunking well into his 60s.
George looking around. Embiid with the screen on Dunn. George passes to Embiid and stolen by Dunn. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing he can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks. And it's the 76ers with...
Oh, my goodness! Come on now. Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Now here's Durant. Dunn outside. Embiid against Durant. Fires for 3. Oubre pulls it in. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Embiid with the screen on Dunn. And George kicks to Drummond. The shot's good on the assist by George. Drummond's got 5.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
Booker against George. Booker dishes to KD. Takes the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 7.
That should and would be a bad shot for most, but Durant's shooting ability is just that extraordinary.
And George, here we go. Embiid with the screen on Dunn. George against Dunn. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Dropping the hammer. That's why Embiid looks to get deep inside position.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Up top, Durant, guarded by Embiid. Such a wide open look.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And George with the stuff.
And offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it.
Well, I tell you what, you just got to sit back and admire the creativity there.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. 76ers And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me, not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
Andre Drummond is out there with Embiid. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then it's George. And it's Bona in at the three. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. George. And he banks in the layup. George has got 6. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
And George with the stuff.
And it's really obvious that George has put a ton of time into improving his handle. I mean, you never know what he's going to do with the ball in his hands. And most times, it's pretty good.
Now here's Durant. He's got 9. Off target from outside. George against Booker. Embiid sets the pick for George. Pass to Embiid. Back to George. Down low. Here's Drummond. A second chance effort. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Embiid with the screen on done. Here's George. In the corner, Drummond with it. Outside for George. And stolen by Dunn. And now the Suns a fast break. And that one's good. Richards got the lead up to 1 now for Phoenix.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Drummond. 5 points in the game. Bona. Outside for George. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Dunn. Booker outside. Durant with a screen on Oubre. Goes up on the wing. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the middle. Here's Embiid. The big man Embiid converts inside.
Once he gets that low, there's nothing you can do about it. Embiid is a major handful inside.
Here's Richards. Defended by Drummond. Durant. That's good. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now, here's George. 8 points for him. And he can't jam it through.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
For 3, Durant. Another 3 for Phoenix.
A 3-level score. Durant is a pick-your-poison matchup for defenders.
George with the ball. Oubre on the wing. It's Drummond, top of the key. And Drummond throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Now here's Booker. 5 points in the game. Driving to the basket. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the half. George with the ball. Now guarded by Dunn. And Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Booker looking around. Pass to Richards. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Embiid banked in off the glass. Embiid's got 6.
And they've repeatedly broken inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Done outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Sun. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Grayson Allen is out there with Brantley Beal. Then there's Cody Martin. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Iguodala in at center. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The 76ers making a switch here. Council's checked in. Here's Grimes. Edwards a screen on Beal. Pass to Council. Shot clock at 6. Here's McCain. Allen defending. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
And here is Beal. Pulls up. Allen's shot is off.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. KD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry, not just the three of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Here's McCain. And he jams it with authority.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam.
Strong interior move. Aggressive, assertive, and effective.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Yabusele. And he dunks it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Allen in the post. The rebound by Yabusele. The 76ers leading by 3. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's McCain. Allen defending. Here's McCain. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. KD sets the pick for Booker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So they've got to be careful. A big key to beating them is keeping Booker off the line as much as possible.
Both free throws good from Booker. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Grimes. Plays it up and banks it in. Grimes has got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Now here's Booker. He's guarded closely. KD against Edwards. Durant with a wide open look. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Durant's got 19 points.
You know, he's a good guy to have running that particular set. I mean, Durant is not a guy who makes a lot of mistakes in the pick and roll.
Yabusele passes to Edwards. Pass to Yabusele. Phoenix grabs the miss. Now Richards. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Bull.
Bull, more slender, but really showed his strength on that finish inside. He's lean, but he's got some mean to him as well.
Edwards, a screen on Booker. Driving the lane. Grimes passes to Yabusele. Outside Edwards. Here's Grimes. Defended by Richards. The Suns have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Done outside. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Booker. KD a screen for the lead. No good from three-point territory. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. 76ers ahead. They're up. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing. When it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Drummond, Tyrese Maxey out there with Paul George. Then there's Oubre, and it's Embiid in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Yabusele, he's checked in for the 76ers. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. The coach was really hyping up his guys. He told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
Thank you, David. George up top. Defended by Booker. To the paint. Outside for George. Drills it from outside. George has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Philadelphia. Suns trail by 4. Booker right side. Richards with it. Now defended by Oubre. Dunn wide open. He fires. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to Embiid. Drummond in the post. Defended by Richards. And Drummond throws it down.
And you know the evolution of Embiid.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Sixers.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to do a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Yabusele. Outside, George. Drummond with a screen on Bol. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And I like the timing that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
George passes to Drummond. Oubre outside. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And it's Drummond missing. Suns trail by 3. Durant with it. Now defended by Embiid. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handle, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option. Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Outside, George. Drummond sets the screen for George. And it's George finishing it off.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
The 3 from KD. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Outside for George. Oubre, a screen on Dunn. Back to Drummond. Pass to George. And stolen by Dunn.
And that's one of those tough areas to feed the basketball at times.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. .137 left in the game. KD sets the pick for Booker. Just 4 to shoot. Headshot off. Philadelphia leading by 3. George dishes to Embiid. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Kevin Durant.
What confidence from Joel Embiid. knocked that one down in a clutch situation. And there's the ice cream with the apple pie, folks. Excellent trip up the floor to stretch this lead out.
And here's KD for 3. Misses the hole. Now shooting 8 for 14. The 76ers have gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Embiid with the screen on goal. Pass to Yabusele. Oubre with it. Now guarded by Booker. Embiid sets the pick for Oubre. And finished off by Oubre.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
With 3, Booker. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. On against George. Pass to Drummond. Got it. Good job in the low post. And it's a 10-point 76ers lead.
Everything the big man does is working right now. It's Andre Drummond's night. Keep that ball coming to him.
Kevin Durant.
And he's going to get called there for the technical foul. Hanging on the rim.
And fundamentally, that's not the smartest move in the world. Depending on the situation, that kind of thing can cost you. Got to control your emotion.
So Mike Budenholzer decides to take a timeout here.
All right, Ben. Your Sixers ENT. Let's give them a big round of applause.
So the 76ers win it. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Coming up. And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. We've got OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Towns in at the four-man position. And for the 76ers, Maxey out there with Paul George. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Yabusele in at the four. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
George against Anunoby. Pass to Maxey. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Nice work on the interior. Maxey looks so composed amongst those trees.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. We got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
George, no good.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Back to George. Here's Yabusele. Kicks it to George. Just 4 to shoot. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. New York has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Towns passes to Hart. Pass to Robinson. Back to Hart. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Here's Yabusele, covered by Towns. Embiid, a screen on Hart. Here's George. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though.
Such a pure scorer. If George finds his shot, it's almost as good as in.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Anunoby, a screen on George. Bridges passes to Towns. Sinks it from distance.
Taking his shot, and Towns doesn't think, he just acts.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Yabusele. Kicks it to George. Shoots over Anunoby. It's hauled in by Robinson.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Robinson, a screen on George. Bridges misses. The 76ers have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
Hart against George. Robinson, a screen on George. Hart passes to Towns. And he converts the layup. Towns has got his second bucket of the night.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Down low. Out of bounds. It'll be Knicks ball.
Knicks ball.
.51 seconds left in the first. Bridges outside. The rebound by Embiid. 76ers trail by 4. George with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. Yabusele. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bridges misses. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Yabusele. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Bridges with it. Pass to Towns. Another shot. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitudes.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Edwards out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Paul George. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. George drives in. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Gotta like the momentum on George's drive. Cutting into the defense and clearing himself a path.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
And an Obi for 3. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in the game. George. Good. And the assist to Embiid. George has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And there's the drive, and he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Achua's checked in for New York.
Number 5, Precious Achua.
And so it's New York with it, trailing by 4. George against Bridges. Pass to Anunoby. Shoots over Oubre. Offensive rebound. Here's Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MOB, physical, get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. George against Anunoby. Embiid, a screen on Anunoby. George for 3. Counted from distance. George has got 11 points in the quarter. But Graham, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Outside Hart. Achua with a screen. Hart with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Hart can't hit. Philadelphia leading by 5. George passes to Oubre. Screen by Embiid. To the inside. The Knicks pull it in. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Hart from long range. The rebound by Embiid. The 76ers have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. George outside. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:48 left in the second. George drives in. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. George has got 15.
Yeah, it seems like George could do this all night. He just keeps finding shots.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. It's stolen by Oubre. Maxey passes to George. And the jam by George.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Bridges finds Towns. Achua for 3. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
For 3.
Achua's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
Back to George. Drives to the hoop. And George with the jam.
I like when Paul looks to score inside because he's more than capable of dunking it through.
For three, Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Screen by Embiid. George passes to Embiid. And now the Knicks on the break. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. George outside, beyond the arc. And it's New York with a rebound.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
And you have to love the focus. He gets hit, but converts it anyway.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And that one misses. Now here's Maxey. There's the drive. 3 seconds left. And he dumps it down.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Philadelphia. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Paul George has been sensational.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
So on the floor for New York, DeLon Wright is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Achua. Then there's P.J. Tucker. And it's Robinson in at the center, filling out the middle. Achua with a screen on Walker. From downtown, Brunson misses. Philadelphia leading by 5. To the paint. Pass to Grimes. And it's Brunson with the rebound. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Lets it go from deep. And a big finish by Robinson.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Walker against Brunson. Inside. Here's Robinson. Some solid defense from Drummond. The 76ers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Robinson, a screen on Walker. Here's Brunson outside. Drops in the 3.
And I love the trust between Brunson and his guys. I mean, working so hard to set each other up.
Drummond, the screen on Wright. Here's Grimes. And he makes it on the layup. And the 76ers lead by 6.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night."
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Robinson, a screen on Walker. Here's Brunson outside. Walker with some nice D.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Down low. Drummond passes to Walker. Drummond to screen on Brunson. 6 to shoot. Walker finds Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Showing off some mobility there. When Drummond rolls like this, he's hard to stop in pick and rolls.
Robinson, a screen on Walker. Here's Brunson outside. Brunson missing again. The Sixers lead by 10. Driving in. Grimes. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
And there's a nice rhythm to Brunson's game. I mean, you see it in the pull-up.
Walker against Brunson. Back to Walker. Back to Drummond. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up. Drummond's got 6.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Walker against Brunson. To the middle. Right outside. Achua with a screen. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He's got 9.
He's getting after it, but needs some help if they're going to get it done.
The Sixers leading. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Here's Grimes. He has 6. The kick out to Walker. Pass to McCain. Puts up a 3. No good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 9-point cushion at the... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Joel Embiid, Kelly Oubre out there with Edwards. Then it's Maxey, and it's George in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Inside, here's Robinson. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Down low. Inside, Embiid gets the advantage.
The footwork, the patience, watching Embiid go to work inside is just a treat.
It's stolen by Oubre. And here is Maxey. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Out to Oubre. Fires for 3. Doesn't go for him. Knicks trail by 11. Now Bridges. Towns on a screen. Launches a 3. Rebound by the 76ers. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Embiid against Robinson. Embiid passes to George. Just 5 to shoot. And he's going for the oop here. Up top, Maxey. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Achua's checked in for Robinson.
Number 5, Precious Achua.
Bridges against George. Now here's Bridges. He's guarded closely. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
George scanning the floor. Embiid, a screen on Anunoby. Here's George. Good. He's taken 13 shots. He's drained 10 of them. Fantastic production.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Oubre. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he?
Bridges getting some air time. Okay, Bridges, we see you.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Anunoby against George. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
1:53 left in the game. Pass to Embiid.
And shows hustle and plays hard on defense. Wow. Towns sure knows how to keep his coaches happy.
They get it back. Outside Achua. Second chance shot. And another shot. Anunoby finds Hart. Out to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. Hits the three-pointer. Bridges has got 7 points for the quarter.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes. That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Towns a screen on George. Bridges with it. Picked up by Embiid. Embiid with a steal.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the 76ers.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Paul George.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second.
A scoring machine. There's just no shot Embiid's afraid to take.
He did enough to put this one away. Just a hard-fought battle.
Towns a screen on George. Outside Achua. Driving to the basket. And he banks in the layup.
Achua.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
George against Anunoby. And George launches it from deep. Misses there. And so it's Philadelphia with the W. This one was a fun one to watch. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson.
First break, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
So the New York starting five, we've got Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Robinson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Here's Brunson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh, that's a silky jump shot, playing right over the top of the defense. Mr. Brunson, how good are you?
Pass to Richards. Now Bol. Booker looking around. Durant sets a screen for Booker. It's rebounded by New York. And Brunson, here we go. And to get open is Robinson. Brunson, no good. Booker with it. Bridges covering. Bol against Robinson. Bol kicks to Dunn. Here's Richards. Robinson with the block.
Well, this is the special aspect of Mitchell Robinson. That rim protection, that ability to send it back. Look out.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
Done outside. Three-pointer. Robinson pulls it in. New York has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. Bridges passes to Towns. Anunoby with it. Lock at 6. Towns a screen on Durant. Anunoby kicks to Bridges. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Durant. Quick shot there, and it's off target. The Knicks with the lead, and now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
He talked about facing a point guard like Jalen Brunson, and he told me Jalen's got a great sense for angles and knows how to attack if anyone's out of position. We have to stay disciplined on defense. Of course, Brunson will be the focus of their attention tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Booker. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Unloads from 13. Dunn passes to KD. Robinson with the block. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first quarter. Brunson kicks to Towns. The 3. Brunson no good. Suns trail by 4. Dunn dishes to KD. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
The Knicks leading by 4. Brunson with it. Towns wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. And Bol pulls it down.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
There's 31 seconds left in the first. Brunson against Dunn. KD on the wing. Hits the three-point bomb. Durant's got 6 points.
The fluidity, the mechanics, the purity. KD's jumper is sweet.
Anunoby, good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
With 4 seconds on the clock, and it falls over the rim and in. He's got 8.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
From deep, Brunson. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Knicks out front, up by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got Robinson. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl-Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Boy, how about that conversion by Jalen Brunson? This has become a staple of his game.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
Now here's Booker. He's got 5. Lets it go. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. New York leading by 4. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
They don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. And there's the call on Karl-Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Devin Booker.
Well, you can see the confidence that Mikal Bridges has in himself. This guy's going to take pride in going up strong, forcing the issue, and getting himself to the foul line.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
No good from Booker. The Knicks leading by 6. And here's Brunson. He's got 7. Robinson a screen on Booker. And here's Brunson outside. And finished off by Robinson.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson, if you fail to get a body on him, he will go to the offensive glass and make you pay.
Roll outside Durant. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. For New York, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Brunson the pass to Bridges. Out to Brunson. Here's Robinson. And the layup's good off the glass. Robinson's got the lead up to 10 now for New York.
Well, Mitchell Robinson plays such a critical role for them on the interior. If he can consistently make these shots, what a weapon he is.
Out to KD. High, arcing shot, off on the layup. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a a one-of-a-kind player, in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, Kevin Durant making you pay on the interior. Look out around the rim.
And here's Brunson outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Brunson's got 12 in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Brunson. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Rejected by Booker. Done with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. KD against Anunoby. KD passes to Booker. Fantastic finish by Booker.
Well, a guard has got to come with physical intensity on the interior, and Devin Booker does just that.
Brunson draws the double. Robinson goes in. Misses the baby hook. Suns trail by 9. Dunn kicks to KD. The train. Durant, the long-range shot, finds its mark.
Well, you see the unlimited range of Kevin Durant, and how easy is it to the Slim Reaper?
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and finished off by Robinson.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Shot's good by Booker.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very... efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
They've got Cody Martin. Bradley Beal is out there with Grayson Allen. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Iguodala in at the center position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Allen passes to Martin. Back to Allen. Outside Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Allen with the screen for Beal. Takes a 3. Phoenix keeping it alive with a new 14. O'Neal looking around. Tries again. The offensive rebound. The Knicks leading by 6. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That'll be his second foul of the game. Martin against Hart. Five on the clock. Over Martin. Hart, no good.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs, but Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Beal against Hart. Pass to Iguodaro. With the drive. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Outside, Martin. Beal with it. He's against Tucker. There's a good screen. Pass to Iguodaro. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Hart. No scoring in this one. Got a hand on it. And Phoenix pushing it up now. O'Neal wide open. He nails it, and we're tied up.
That's a great time to pull up, shoot the three in transition. The defense never had a chance to set up and get a hand in his face.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Hukporti. 1:53 left to play in the third. Second shot opportunity, and the layup good by Hart. Hart's got his first points in this one.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Allen, a screen on Hart. Pass to Iguodaro. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Suns have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. That one falls, so he hits both of them. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Hart. Misses the three. The Suns have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And Doris, when you take a look at someone like Royce O'Neal, what do you see?
So many things, Kevin. There's great intangibles with this young man. Hard worker, incredibly smart defensively, versatile defensively, and he's so often matched up against the opponent's best scorer and relishes it. I love that.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
It's Hart on the wing. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Hart's got it all tied up now for New York.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Allen left side. From deep, it's good from long range.
You can see the level of attention Bradley Beal draws. This guy is so heady finding the open teammate.
Here's Hart. Lays it up off the glass. Hart's got 6 in the quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that track.
That's just a great move by Beal. Little shake, little bake right there.
Here's Hart. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Suns now. They're on a 15-6 run. Pass to O'Neal. The screen for O'Neal. There's the drive, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Suns lead by 3. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, we've got Jalen Brunson. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Robinson, and it's Bridges in at the 2.
Putting up points is what Devin Booker does best, and right now he is showing out.
Booker against Brunson. Launches a 3. And Robinson throws it down hard.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Knicks trail by 3. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And there's the bucket as Brunson finishes it off.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Booker outside. KD, a screen on Bridges. Booker with it. He's picked up by Anunoby.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Brunson kicks to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Outside for Robinson. Back to Brunson. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
It's Durant on the wing. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And stolen by Dunn. Here's Booker. Ooh, Booker glides in to finish the break.
This guy difficult to match up with in transition because Booker can hit from anywhere on the floor.
And here's Brunson outside. It's hauled in by Dunn. Suns leading by 3. Outside Durant. Offline with his 3. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Robinson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Mitchell Robinson on the floor for his defense unequivocally. But this young guy is really coming on the offensive end. Great job drawing the contact.
Robinson hits them both. Suns have gone just 33% for the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. No good from Booker. New York trailing. To take the lead, Brunson. And no good, had a chance to take the lead there. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Outside, KD.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Bull. There's the triple. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Brunson kicks to Anunoby. And stolen by Bull. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone.
Kevin Durant calmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
Robinson sets a screen for Brunson.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Booker against Bridges. Outside for Durant. Kevin Durant pulls it. Money on the 3.
Boy, no hesitation right there. You see Kevin Durant assertive on the offensive end.
Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. And now the Suns a fast break. Lobbed up there. Oh, superb execution exhibited from Durant.
And it doesn't even have to be an accurate pass. With Durant's length, you can just throw it up and you know this guy will get it.
And he can extend the lead to double digits. The Knicks shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Brunson against Dunn. And they get it. Here's Towns. The kick out to Anunoby. Pass to Towns. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, KD.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. New York takes timeout. They're behind by 5. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
There's a screen by Robinson. Goes back up. Good!
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. You talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
So the Suns win it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doran.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink.
Clark. How do you see that impacting the game?
Well, B.A., it's going to lead to some high-level basketball. You've got a roster full of high IQ players. They know what it takes to get W's. I'm very much looking forward to this matchup because of that.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Kelly Oubre out there with George. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Edwards. And it's Yabusele in at the 4 slot. Clock at 4. Here's Durant. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Screen by Embiid. It's George on the drive, and the jam by George.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown from Paul George.
Durant for 3. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Now here's George. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Edwards. Goes up again. Good work defensively by Richards. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Back to Dunn, to the right side. Now here's Richards. George defending. Dunn, the pass to Richards. Shoots over Oubre. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Kelly Oubre picks one up.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First one falls for him. Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
So it's Phoenix now. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. Booker attacking. And Booker with the jam.
Wow. Booker doing whatever it takes to get to the basket. Totally fearless.
Edwards a screen on Durant. Here's George. Rejected by Bull. To the paint, and the Suns pushing it up now. The shot by Dunn, no good.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you.
Man, it's so impressive the way Durant gets that floater off so fast. At nearly 7 feet tall with guard-like quickness, that should almost be...
Oh, nice! Big finish!
Man! Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Booker for 3, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. George outside. Takes the 3. Richards pulls it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
George against Bull. Pass to Durant. And here's Richards. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Durant with a screen on George. Booker finds Durant. And it's off from 3-point range. Grant, they could attempt a 2-for-1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Booker, the pass to Bull. 29 seconds left in the first. Here's Richards. Off target from the wing.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
It's George on the drive. Pass to Embiid. Nice D from Durant.
Well, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Outside Booker. There's the triple. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Phoenix out in front, leading by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the up. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. We've got Paul George. He's out there with Kelly Oubre. Joel Embiid is out there with Edwards. And it's Council in at the power forward position. Durant against George. They get it back. Back to Booker. Durant with a screen on Edwards. And he lobs it up. The shot off that time.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Pass to George. Here's Council. Fires the 3. Bull grabs the board. Booker against George. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. The kick to Durant from deep. And the three-pointer is good for Durant.
This is what puts KD in elite company. He's so good at catch and shoot.
Embiid, a screen on Durant. Pass to Council. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Booker, the pass to Durant. George with a steal. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Outside Oubre. Pass to George. 5 on the clock. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
George is so smart, so crafty on the dribble. He's just got an excellent way of controlling the ball and his body as he's dribbling.
Durant with a screen on George. Booker, pass to Durant. Here's Richards. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Now here's George. Defense right on him. And the jam by George.
Showing you the vertical that time. Paul George throwing it down.
Durant looking around. On the take, Durant. And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Durant.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Making a change here. Maxey's checked in.
Tyrese Maxey.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Embiid. Three-pointer. Yes, sir! Embiid from distance.
For his size, Embiid shouldn't be this good from range. I mean, that just speaks to his raw talent.
And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, BA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
George feels it out a bit. Pass to Embiid from behind the arc. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Embiid's got 8.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Booker against George. Durant with a screen on George. To the inside. KD jams it straight down.
A 3-level score. Durant is a pick-your-poison matchup for defenders.
George a screen on Durant. George outside. Pass to Embiid. Let's go with a 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Outside Bull. Outside Booker. 32 seconds left to play in the first half. Durant for 3. Drills it from deep. Now it's a 4-point Phoenix lead.
Well, Durant's reputation at the arc is solid, and good reason for that. He's a consistent sniper.
The kick out to Maxey. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Maxey's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. It's stolen by Maxey. Inside, here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
Booker, pass to Bull. Three-pointer, no good. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Philadelphia on top, leading by 1. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to...
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. We're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Kevin Durant is out there with Bull. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's done in at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
Allen on the wing. Screen by O'Neal. Pass to Iguodala. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Beal. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
Here's Bono. And he throws it down with one hand.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but Those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 3-point game. They set the screen. Pass to Drummond. Oh, the jam by Drummond.
Drummond simply able to take on the tough defense and finish through contact because of his brute strength.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Suns shooting around 50% of the game so far. Beal surveying the D. Lets it go from deep. Philadelphia grabs the miss.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Drummond, high post. Pass to Walker. Oh, there's the alley.
Showing off some mobility there. When Drummond rolls like this, he's hard to stop in pick and rolls.
Martin takes it in. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Philadelphia leading by 8. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Bona. Walker against Martin. Drummond with the screen. Here's Walker, and the layup is good off the glass. And now a 10-point Philadelphia lead.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Walker against Beal. Pass to Allen. Releases. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Walker. Drummond inside. Walker against Beal. Drummond, the screen on Beal. Walker passes to Drummond. Hammers the lob through.
How about the superb anticipation from Drummond, sensing the opportunity to go for the alley-oop and then converting in style.
Outside O'Neal. 1:21 left in the third quarter. They need this. They get the rebound.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Beal against Walker. Pass to Drummond. O'Neal pulls it in. Suns trail by 12. To the paint. Here's Iguodala, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
The shot by Drummond, no good. The Suns have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter.
Beal's got such a fluid shooting motion. It really helps him on those catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Drummond, the screen on Beal. And Walker, here we go. Pass to Drummond. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Drummond's got 11 points here in the second half.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from them.
Here's the pick. Driving inside. And Allen gets it to go.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Here's McCain. The steal. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Philadelphia on top. They're up by 8. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Taking a look at Philadelphia. We've got Edwards, George out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Yabusele in at the 4 spot. Here's George, and the jam by George.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Pass to Embiid. Oh, Embiid punishing the basket.
And the slashing Embiid is impossible to match up with. Terrific at cutting off the ball after the screen.
Durant with a screen on George. Booker, pass to Durant. The shake. And that's 2 points on the layup.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Embiid from outside. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 6 assists in the game. The 3. It's rebounded by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
Richards inside. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Philadelphia leading by 12. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Personal foul. 2nd team foul.
George with it. 6 to shoot. Over to the left wing. Here's Council. No good on the 3. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Oh, pass to Richards. And it's good. 2 points.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
Philadelphia has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. And the jam by George.
George, a devastating finisher with momentum behind him. He doesn't let anything get in his way on the drive. He's right to the rack.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries.
Pass to Council. And here's Embiid. And it's Bol with the foul. That's his 1st foul.
First personal foul. 3rd team foul.
1:46 left in the final quarter. Screen by Embiid.
Phoenix foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
Durant's shot is off.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And it's Bol with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2. And that one falls for Oubre.
Kelly Oubre Jr.
Both good from the line that time. 1:20 left to play in the fourth. George against Booker. Outside Durant. George with a steal.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the 76ers.
And of course, they really dominated in the paint tonight.
They obviously came in looking to impose their will, attack the heart and soul of that defense, and it led to a lot of good looks.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Paul George.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
Now the 76ers with it. 34 seconds left in the fourth. Steps back. George with it. Now guarded by Booker. George outside. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Booker. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. And the 76ers lead by 14.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. They got it done.
So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg.